Here are some camping tips from a Coachella vet. I've been going to Coachella since 2017. I have camped every single year. And these are some of the things that I have learned over the years, and this is what works for me. A lot of people are talking about when to arrive at Coachella to line up for camping. Years and years ago, when I first started camping at Coachella, it was like first come, first serve. The earlier you got there, the closer you got to the front of the gates. It's not like that anymore. Especially this year, there's so many different camping options. Really, the only general camping is going to be like in this area and like lot 7A. And I think lot 4B has some car camping. In the past, like I said, it was first come, first serve. One of the first years they had preferred parking. I showed up like I normally would, 3 or 4 in the morning in the Ralph's parking lot, head over, get in line, and they started loading back to front. So we literally got the very last row. It was nice because we were super close to the grocery shuttle, but it was a long walk to the front of the gates. Years after preferred parking, there's been nights that I've shown up at like 11:30 on Thursday, literally set up in the dark and got super close parking right next to the camping hub. And last year, for example, I went to Coachella by myself, so I didn't really want to go on Thursday, so I just went Friday morning. And again, I got great camping right near the camping hub. So it really just depends when you want to go and if you don't really care about where you're going to be. I feel like it's always kind of like a gamble on as far as where you're going to go, especially now because there's just so many camping options. Back to like arriving at your leisure, let's say you do decide to show up at night. One thing that's going to help you is if you have handless lights. So a headlamp is great when you're setting up camp in the dark. I have like 10 of these that I clip up, hang around the camp, clip on my bag, bring it into the festival because it is so dark. Literally everywhere. Dark in the porta potties. Once the sun goes down, it is pretty dark in a lot of areas. I see so many people posting their campsite and they are literally just camping underneath an easy up, which is fine. You can do whatever you want, you know what I mean? But if you've ever been camping at Coachella, you know that everything in your campground has a layer of dust in it. Doesn't matter if you've got tarps up, everything is covered in dust. So imagine like spending all day in the sun and then coming back to a bed that's just like filled with sand or like dusty and dirty. So I suggest a tent underneath your canopy for extra shade. This was my setup last year. I also recommend these mesh tarps. It gives you privacy from your neighbors, but it also just like allows your space to breathe. This is what my campsite looked like last year, like from the outside. I think this is like the best option as far as like panels for an easy